Do you see what is behind me? Free mulch. Yes! Free mulch. Free mulch. I'm sure you're thinking, did I hear her correctly? Did she say free mulch? Why, yes, I did. I am tired of paying tons and tons and tons of money each spring to pay for black mulch. We never get it done completely on all the flower beds. So I am trying a brand new technique of using leaf mulch. This was all free from my neighbor's yard, and we are going to use this to mulch this bed right here. This is going to add plenty of nutrients into the ground. This is going to suppress weeds, and this is going to make me and my purse strings very, very happy. Don't be scared. That was just husband. It's Halloween, and he wanted to wear his Halloween costume because where we live, we get no trick-or-treaters, and he loves Halloween, so I'll be gardening with Bigfoot. While Bigfoot is scooping up the leaf mulch, let's talk a little bit more about leaf mulch. So leaf mulch, you just take your fallen leaves, and if you have a lawnmower, you can just ride over it many, many times to chop up your leaves in the little itty bitty bits. You can see that this has been chopped down pretty well. And then you can use this as a weed barrier and as a soil additive. So then you have free mulch from trees. Right, Bigfoot? How's it going in there? Are you going to have a heat stroke? Are you ready to take it off? No. Okay. I've been doing a little bit of research on how to leaf mulch. This is the first time I've ever done this. So what the technique is, you lay down the chopped leaves a couple of inches deep. I'm probably going to go 3 to 4 inches deep just to make sure we have good weed suppression. And this bed really does need some additional nutrients in it because of this big pine tree. So I want to really make sure that I am putting a lot of nutrients into the ground. So the first step is, of course, to lay out your leaves. And so far, I mean, it's been 30 seconds, but I'm not mad about this at all because it is so much easier than hulling tan bark. Leaves are light, tan bark is heavy. So this is wonderful. Even though Bigfoot is having a heat issue in his costume, it is 81 degrees out, October 31st in South Central Pennsylvania. So I'm just gonna blame him for being hot and not taking the costume off. But the second step after laying down the mulch is to take a hose and to wet the area down really well, and that will compact the leaves. I'm sure I'm going to get some leaves that blow away, but hopefully if I water it down well enough initially, some of that will start breaking down fairly soon. If you find this content helpful, please be sure to click the thumbs up button below. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can learn more information on how to garden on a budget. I am so hopeful that this mulching technique works for us. We have an abundance of leaves that we can collect from our neighbor's property. And we also go to a campground where we can also collect leaves in the fall and in the spring. So in the spring, I'll be able to get a whole bunch of good leaf mulch, and we're gonna bring it home from camp and lay that around the beds in the spring as well. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about? That's what we're gonna do. Free mulch. And free mulching. Did you like that? I'm an excellent singer. Find myself hilarious. We have our first con to leaf mulching. Husband spent a good, how many, 2 hours mulching that? Okay, so he spent a good 2 hours blowing and chopping up these leaves, and it doesn't really render that many leaves. But it's free. I don't think he's impressed. I'm impressed. Husband and I are now in a little bit of a mulching discussion. So he's saying it takes a lot of time, and I understand. Yeah, it does take a lot of time. But if this option doesn't work, I am open to doing freechipdrop.com, where you can go online and a local arborist will deliver free wood chips to you. We could also use that as a mulch. I'm really looking to decrease the amount of mulch that I'm purchasing each year. I might still mulch the front flower bed, but I'd much rather spend my time, money, effort buying pretty plants, pretty shrubs, pretty ground covers, as opposed to spending all summer worrying about mulching, which is basically what we're doing now. We have so many flower beds that we start in April, and due to time and everything else, we never get every single bed completely mulched with a black tan bark, which is why I thought we would try this way of free mulching and see how it works. But it is time consuming, but I'm happy, and that's what counts. That's right, if I'm happy, that's what matters.
Make sure you stay to the very end of this video to see the final results on leaf mulching in this flower bed.
So far, pros of leaf mulching. It is easy, it is lightweight, and it did spread a pretty good amount across this flower bed. This flower bed is quite large. So those are the pros. The cons are, it takes a lot of time to get the leaf mulch by using a blower and a blower chopper thingy. What's the blower choppy thingy called? It's a steel mulcher blower, AKA the blowy chopper thing. So, so the blowy chopper thing does take time. But again, we weren't using a mower to do this and then blowing the leaves into the flower bed. What about that? What if you mow and then you just blow all the chopped leaves into the flower bed? Wouldn't that be easy? Apparently that won't work as well. You sure? It doesn't have to be as fine. That's okay. You can definitely use the mower and go over it a couple times to get it. I mean, it doesn't have to be that fine. It just has to be able to break down quicker than a full leaf. I think we do need to do a test with just a mower and going over it a few times and then using the blowy thinger to blow it into the flower bed. Of course, if you're in a drought, watering down leaf mulch is not going to be a good idea, but let me know if this technique has worked for you. I'm hopeful, very hopeful. husband's concern with the lawnmower technique was he was worried that the leaves weren't going to be chopped up as finely as this, and that's fine. The point, of course, if your leaves are finely chopped like this, they're going to break down faster. But if they're a little bigger than this, I don't foresee that being a problem. I think it's going to be just fine. And I definitely want to try both techniques because I know not everybody has a choppy lower thinger like we do. Okay. I thought I would mind how it looks as well, and I really don't mind how it looks. It makes it look, especially in this bed, a little more natural and a little more woodland-esque. Of course, this bed needs a lot of attention next year and a lot of planting. Lots of space. But we will deal with that in the spring.